The night was colder than usual, the kind that seeped into your bones and made your breath curl in the air like ghostly whispers.
Rubbing hands together. Another late shift, just my luck.
Sam adjusted the straps of his backpack and rubbed his hands together for warmth as he approached the dimly lit train station. His shift at the diner had run late, and now he was stuck taking the last train home. The platform was eerily empty, save for a few scattered passengers who looked just as exhausted as he felt.
Muttering to himself, "Never on time, always late."
Scrolling through phone. When will this train get here?
An old man in a tattered coat sat on a bench muttering to himself, while a young woman scrolled through her phone with tired eyes. The fluorescent lights above flickered erratically, casting jagged shadows along the cracked pavement. The distant rumble of an approaching train sent vibrations through the ground, and soon, a set of glowing headlights cut through the darkness.
Stepping inside. Finally, here it comes.
The train screeched to a halt, doors hissing open like a beast exhaling. Sam stepped inside, his footsteps echoing in the near-empty carriage. He picked a seat near the window, watching the cityscape blur into streaks of light as the train began its journey.
Thinking to himself, why does it feel so strange tonight?
The rhythmic clatter of wheels against tracks filled the silence, a lullaby of metal in motion, but something felt off. As he glanced around the carriage, he realized something unsettling. The few passengers aboard sat unnaturally still, their heads bowed, their eyes locked on the floor. Even the young woman who had been glued to her phone now held it limply in her lap, her screen blank. A chill ran down Sam's spine, then the lights flickered again. This time the darkness stretched a second too long before the bulbs buzzed back to life, and when they did, the old man was gone. The seat where he had been was now empty, his tattered coat draped across it as if he had simply vanished into thin air. Sam's pulse quickened. He turned to the woman.
Did you see that?
He asked, his voice barely above a whisper. She didn't respond. Her head remained tilted forward, strands of her hair obscuring her face. The train rocked slightly and the lights dimmed once more. The air grew heavy, suffocating. Then the overhead intercom crackled to life with a garbled announcement. "Next stop, Terminus Station. Last stop. Everyone must disembark." Sam frowned. Terminus Station? That wasn't his stop. In fact, he didn't recall seeing it on the map at all. He stood up, gripping the nearest pole for balance as the train shuddered. Something was wrong. The windows had fogged over, obscuring the view outside. He could no longer see the city, only an endless stretch of darkness.
What is happening?
Then, a sound, low, guttural breathing. Sam turned sharply. The woman who had been motionless was now looking up at him, but her eyes were hollow, black pits. Her mouth stretched impossibly wide, a gaping abyss of darkness. Her skin was too pale, almost translucent, as if she were nothing more than a reflection of a person that once was.
Oh my God.
A shadow loomed behind her. A figure, impossibly tall, draped in tattered black robes, its form shifting like smoke. Its face, or what should have been a face, was an empty void. It reached for her, long fingers curling around her shoulders. The lights flickered violently, plunging the carriage into darkness once more. Sam stumbled backward, his heart pounding. When the lights buzzed back on, she was gone.
Where did she go? What was that?
A deep voice echoed through the train, rattling the windows. "Next stop, Terminus." Sam bolted. He rushed toward the doors, pressing every emergency button he could find, but nothing happened. The train kept moving, faster now, the wheels shrieking against the tracks. He turned back and his breath caught in his throat. The remaining passengers were all staring at him now, their eyes void of life, their heads tilting in unison. Their mouths opened wide, but no sound came out. Instead, a cold, deathly whisper filled the carriage. "You shouldn't have boarded." Sam clawed at the doors, desperate to escape. The train rattled violently, lights bursting overhead, sparks raining down like falling stars. A deafening screech tore through the air as the train lurched to a stop. The doors slid open. Beyond them, nothing but an endless black tunnel. No platform, no city, no people. Just a gaping abyss waiting to consume him. A hand clamped onto his shoulder. Sam spun around, coming face to face with the shadowed figure. It leaned in, its presence ice cold, its breath a whisper of decay. End of the line. And then, darkness. The next morning, the train was found at the final station, empty. No sign of Sam, no sign of the other passengers. Only a single, tattered coat left behind on a vacant seat.